he had a contract that was on the desk of management at Sirius XM to do a regular gig on our channel. Why was Patrice never given a full-time job on the O&A show? Okay. So, the fact is that I did a lot of the stuff behind the scenes. I mean, most of it. And it's one of the things I am absolutely bitter about, because some of the stuff was absolutely not fun whatsoever. At the time of Patrice's death, he had a contract that was on the desk of management at Sirius XM to do a regular gig on our channel. That's where he wanted to be. He loved stand-up, obviously, and he was going to continue the stand-up. But he also wanted to get off the road. He didn't like the grind of the road. So I was working with him, helping him try to get a show. I would absolutely meet with management all the time. And the fact is, at the end of his life, Patrice had a contract to join the Opie radio channel, the Opie and Anthony channel. And it wasn't meant to be. But there is a contract out there somewhere. I wonder if it's in a file still at Sirius XM. I have no idea, obviously. That was just waiting for Patrice's signature. And Patrice, he was negotiating, and he was trying to get a little more money with his people and stuff. But and that was it. He was very, very excited. One of the last times I saw Patrice was in the lobby of Sirius XM, and we were talking about that very contract, and he was pretty excited about it. The last time I saw Patrice O'Neal, I haven't told this story in a while, but he was playing Caroline's, and he was with his girlfriend, and I would go to that little green room. They had a tiny little green room at Caroline's. There was just a shit box with a bathroom. And Patrice was just in his element, holding court. He had food all over the place. Not that Patrice was a big eater. I never really saw him eat a lot, but, he had this and that. And he was just chilling. I believe it was in between shows. They were getting the late show together. And I walked in, and Patrice looked up, and he was like, "You came?" I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Any chance I get to see you, I'm going to see you." And he was touched that I was at this Caroline's gig, which was weird because I try to show up for a lot of these comedians when they were in town and support them. And especially back then, I really, really loved comedy. So we babbled, and he was just funny all the time, which made it so weird. I've said this over the years, and it is the truth. When you saw Patrice O'Neal, there were times you would watch him and you weren't sure if it was written material or if he was just going off the cuff. And I believe it was a little of both, because he had no problem just going on stage and just making it up as he went. He was that funny. So he's in the green room holding court, just making everyone laugh. The waitress is coming in, and he's quickly making her laugh as she's checking in on him. So then it was time for his set. So then I go, "Patrice, I want to go check out your set." He's like, "You're going to stay?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah." So I was sitting, like it matters, I was sitting against the wall to Patrice's left. So I could only see like his profile. And I was watching him, laughing. He always had new stuff. I mean, a lot of these comedians, you would see him year after year, and you're like, you're doing a big chunk of your set that I saw last year. Now with Patrice, he changed it up almost every night, it seemed like, because he had a lot to say and a lot to get out. So I watched him for a little while, and then I was like, all right. I think I saw about a half hour. And then I slowly walked out of Caroline's. I'm sneaking out. I'm trying to stay low so I'm not in anyone's way as Patrice is killing at Caroline's. I just remember laughter every 15 seconds, which I'm not sure what the formula is, but if you're a comedian, you want to laugh in like every 20 or 30 seconds minimum. And he had that going. It was just one laugh after another as I'm walking out of the joint. And I remember it was weird. Like, maybe it's weird because he's no longer with us, but I remember I was walking, hearing the laughter behind me, And I turned one last time to look at Patrice on stage, and I kind of like nodded to myself, like, God damn, this guy's in his element, you know. And I was very, very happy for him. And then I turned and walked out of Caroline's, and that's my last memory of Patrice being alive. That was it. That was the last time I saw him.